take a look. So at start, right, we have some invis thingy. We're using dark water potion. We're using rockets boots. It becomes a lot easier when you spacebar jump there. I have a little gnomish. I hit the wall there. Not great, not great. And then we're like waiting for everyone to be here. I have a backup invis belt as well, just in case I don't make it. If I don't make the jump on TBC boots, I might need it. The reason why we're not just using Tinker is because the Tinker can backfire. And then you can't go invis, and then you're just fucked and you need to get summoned. So we're going really quick here. Yo, NMM, thank you, bro. Thank you, thank you. So we're doing big pull. AoE group to group everything up. Landshark, 2 million damage, by the way. 1 second cast, you can use it after globals. That shit is so broken. But it's also a lot to look at. I obviously Sapper as well here. So much of my damage. Like 10% of my damage this entire pull is from Landshark. That shit is so broken. Obviously, we need to rest here. I'm trying to rest. I'm like, oh shit, that guy is already rest. And then I don't have any runes to spend, so here I'm like panicking a bit. I blood boil at least, and then I get my last rest off here. It's like 2 globals behind. It's not horrible, I guess. I should have just tried her first before Scarpa. Trash hair, I mean, it's just dying, right? It's kind of simple stuff. We'll Grats on rank 1, we got rank 7, Grats. So then we have, yeah, bosses coming. We save cooldowns here because we wanted to blast in the last phase. This is kind of simple. First phase is just you hide in circles. You need to spread around the circles or else not everyone get protected. Most people here are protected. I'm in first one, so I can just full AFK. At start here, you might notice I'm Giga Festering striking 1 minute timer on diseases. This is planned because this guy flies away, so now these dots will be ticking, and that's just always better than Scud Strike spam when stuff like that happens. So you can see it later. So here Echo is very simple. Now this next boss is the hard one, kinda, quote unquote hard one. I think this will be the pug killer. What this boss does is he will channel a mechanic and shoot out some orbs. There are golden orbs and green orbs. The green are often slower than the gold. So what you want to do here, the yellow ones do like 100k damage. They're not that scary. The green ones, you basically get one shot if you get hit by them. Or like, you get real close to. So here, I'm just following. So my tip here for this attenuation is that he starts it from back right. He will start with 1 hair. What I'm doing here is I'm going in between these 2 greens because I didn't position myself far enough to the left. You see this first round, you will see like they make a circle, a spiral around them. You just follow those on the inside. And then there will be a second wave that's also following you. So you just keep following him like this. And then once you've gone almost a full circle, you're safe. And then you just do it, rinse and repeat. Same thing with left one. You just see where the closest green one is and you go behind that. Or go inside it, I guess, closer to the boss. Again here, I'm a bit bad with festering striking here, I think, because I'm obviously focused on the orbs doing mechanics, but I think I still do it pretty well. I get a last festering strike there and into this one, and then it's just same thing all over again. Now we get this next platform. It has some mind control. It's very easy to deal with. The only annoying thing here is that you need to make sure you use your CDs. Like think Skyrim and Classic. You just wait. You just make sure all your CCs are on cooldown. Then here, we're sending everything. I army as soon as it flies. I Gary while I'm on my way. I'm supposed to pre-AMS here, but I didn't press it. So I can only press Festering Striker, which isn't bad. I can also Plague Strike to get dots up. It was kind of meh lineup here with Trinkets. I got kind of fucked, I guess, I think. With Trinket early, and this kind of fucked me the entire rest of the run, I think. Here, on PTR, we tested with way worse gear than what we had. Because we didn't realize MSV would be this long. So we used to get the Echo, and we had like a plan for the Echo, but we just skipped the Echo entirely because we're just that fast. We almost skipped the MC as well entirely, but we just got it. Did you macro on Holy Frenzy with Blood and Gloves as well? No. Holy Frenzy is a separate button for me. There we have Force and Verve, and then we will get Mind Control right after this, I think. Now, a very fun thing about this Mind Control, here the Mind Control happens at 0.23%. Everyone who got Mind Controlled here does not get CDs reset. So now all of these are cooked. I have AoE group here to get them closer to exit. Big brain for me. Here I'm like, wait, am I supposed to bonus roll this? I'm not supposed to bonus roll this. Here I should be faster. I should have bootsed, I think. but maybe it was good for me to save it from a boss anyway. We Blood Boil here, we crank. I didn't have Landshark because I used it single target on boss. That was a misplay. I should obviously save Landshark for this. Could have given me a lot of damage on this. I think that's probably why I lost downfall on Landsharks, because I used it single target as well. So it's like kind of maybe probably higher value to actually use it single target because the damage matters more than here. You could argue, but it's also we're locked by. No, it's for sure better here because it's uncapped AoE. I'm just smoking. I didn't realize we were going that fast and single target Landshark to boss. Because boss has, like Landshark has a separate PoV cooldown thing. Boss is very simple, pre-army, Gary, the usual stuff. Here we have like 6 people DC or something, and no potatoes. Julius, our raid leader. Bara DC'd. There were some others as well. I don't remember it now though. Scarpa DC'd. So Edelrid. And then suddenly our CDs was cooked because they were assigned to CDs. But we figured it out. PoV did those, yeah. So yeah, this was a very simple, not a lot of shit happening. I go in, Blade Tempest 1 second left, and then I go in. You can max take 1 tick then. I've at least only taken 1 tick. I'm also running cheat def all the way up until second last boss, so I know I can take these risks. If I proc cheat def, I can def back Telstone and nothing happened basically. So I can kind of play around that, even though it's a race. I like know for a fact I will live no matter what happens, right? Another thing on this boss, I guess, is that he faces at 20%. So here as well, you should try to like focus on getting diseases built up with Festering Strike. But don't do it too early either, because 20%, it does take a bit. This fight takes a long ass time. Yeah, I should have bootsed on my way to the boss. That was misplay for me. I could have been there a bit earlier. Doesn't matter much though. Yeah, aim set is useless until Amber Shipper. And I would even argue on Amber Shipper, it's kinda at least with how fast we kill it now. Here, maybe I should IBF go in and just send it, because Soul Reaper is giga high value. Here I get all procs. So here I'm sending Outbreak. I think I should have potted as well and just kept this shit up forever. Here I'm gonna Festering Strike a lot there. Obviously Soul Reaper a lot. Pacing happens now. 3%. I think this is where I did the coolest shit ever. Is it not this? Because here's just boots. Here's just run to boss. I'm not the fastest there, but what I do to get the other side here is like perfection. And I haven't this way. I didn't really practice. I forgot to Soul Reaper here. That's bad, but we remembered it on this one. So now I see boss 13%. I am swapping already. I think there's other people going behind me, but the way this looked was so good for me. I think because I basically get there, wait for tornado, boom, on boss first. This guy got owned by tornado. Holy, that's unfortunate. The way I did this riding was skating. Phew. Subway surfing. And then here we have our Disc Priest and Mage is waiting on the other side. They never cross over to this side to be ready to do the next pull. So here, boss is about to die. I think I pre-move a little bit. I should pre-move a little bit. Or I can't press anything else, I just pre-move. I get the ring I needed, I'm happy. I needed another item from here though, so I'm not that happy. But this ring is very easy, I can just equip it. I guess I could show a little, like, what I did for loot. Like this, I set up like sim sheets and shit, and then I'm like, okay, but if I can change Reforge, I can get more value. So I Reforge suboptimally, pre-raid, assuming I will get multiple items. I didn't get multiple items, I only got 1, but it was still worth it. Because the increase here is 150, and the suboptimal Reforges were like minus 50 DPS or some shit. It was giga irrelevant. I think I ended up getting positive DPS even. So here we're just running, we're waiting for Mage to group everything up. He missed this one pack, but it's not really an issue. These packs die insta anyway. It's about killing these high HP mobs. My name, I don't even see the small nameplates here. I think they might be there, but they're just giga tiny. No, I don't see the nameplates, no way they're there. We only see these 5, and then this pack is pulled in. We swap to the skull kind of early to obviously crank it. Here, I'm about to do a big mistake after this this pack. Did I Landshark here? I Landshark it just back. I think I'm thinking of a Landshark though. I think I do it here at the end. Because it is worth, like, these are the mobs that matters. So like using it there is fine. But it's bad for the overall, obviously. Garalon coming down. The way we played Garalon, I think this isn't optimal. The way we're supposed to play it is that we are AFK here until Pheromones is on stat. So now I'm gonna go through what happens here with me, because I fuck it up. The Garalon is spawning, you see him fall down, I pre-pot, and then I'm supposed to channel army here. I'm supposed to channel army. But my brain is going like, brrr, speed it up, because I'm like hyped, we're going. I see this leg here and I'm like, holy, this is perfect, I want to Gary this leg. So I just fucking went in like an idiot. So I get Pheromones, which in itself is not an issue, but I'm panicking a bit. I'm like running over here. I don't see where stat is. So I'm just keep moving this side, because this is where we want the boss anyway. And then he says stand still. I get hit by frontal. I should have pressed a button, but I died, so I couldn't react to that. I get rest, now we're back to normal. I almost got hit by frontal again. That would have sucked. But now we're back. I'm just missing food buff. I'm fully disoriented. I lost like 7 million damage here. Looking at this, I would be number 1 here almost. Unironically, because I Garrett obviously lost my Garrett, lost everything. So if I have this 7 million, let's say I'm still not number 1, but I would be closer. I'm still behind by 13 mil. Anyway, boss is very simple. What I like to do here is multi-dotting these legs. It depends on your comp whether you want to multi-dot them or not. If you have a lot of warriors, they will do a lot of the cleaving because they can sweeping on this and then hit boss with almost no loss. I think this was nerfed though. I'm not sure how it was nerfed. But someone said something about sweeping being like less value, but it's obviously still the highest value to cleave on the legs. Windwalkers as well are really good at just putting clones on legs and then you hit boss. At start, everyone can nuke legs because you're kind of behind. But then after a while, you can crank the legs. So I'm sitting a lot on legs. I don't think you necessarily should do this, but I'm also like controlling the tempo a bit on legs. So it's just way easier for me to actually target it, look at numbers, see when leg happens. I think here I say like we can be more efficient on legs, because I think we should be more efficient there. And then it's just rinse and repeat this the entire time. I don't get pheromones ever, so I'm just chilling. Full chilling, hitting the legs, multi-dotting legs, make sure to keep dots up on boss. Diseases are always worth on legs though, and like Soul Reaper, if a boss isn't sub 35%, then at least it's worth. So now we're just gaming, sitting in the Spirit Link. Men leg happening soon. Let's go a bit down. I think this is not the leg. This next leg, I'm making the Giga Chad callout, swap to it, because each leg, when you kill it, each leg takes 200% damage. And basically the amount of HP the leg has, it does to the boss, which is equal to 3 or 4%, I think. So I'm seeing here, leg is spawning, we're at 10%. So I'm making the call here. All melee send next leg, I'm saying. Fucking shit position, but I said send leg, everyone is going. And then we blast this, and look at this perfection, how my brain just, I need to stop self-glazing. Boss is at 4.8, 4.3 we kill it, 0.7 or some shit. That was like, mwah, call. I'm so fast up here, because I've lost my food buff. So we're using this, everyone's using this, I pre-positioned a little bit. Now I need to find my food buff. I'm panicking. Where is it? Because usually I have it bound, but I don't have binds for it anymore. I could have bonus roll in Garalon, but I didn't. Here we have boss. We're sitting a bit. We need to plan our marks and shit. Marks are happening. Whatever. People need to be in position. People need to respec. Whatnot. Someone is behind. Obviously, we shouldn't wait for them though. So we're kind of going. We could probably save like 5 seconds there by going earlier, but it's fine. My assign is to kick the Mender. So I'm going to be targeting the Mender this entire time. All Menders share HP, all the Blade Masters share HP. So you focus damage the Menders, and then I'm obviously ready to kick. And then I'm just doing full AoE rotation, because what I want to damage here are the Menders, not the Battle Masters, Blade Masters. I don't really care about that, but my best cleave on 3 targets is Blood Boil anyway, so I'm going to do my full AoE rotation. I land Shark and whatnot. We want to kill these before the Blade Masters. When this set of mobs die, boss takes increased damage taken. So I'm arming here, I'm holding Gary and everything from pull to send it here. Blood boiling, it's a bit late, but I'm like setting up on boss. Boss is now taking 600% extra damage. So now we're blasting everything. We're saying stop cleave, chill on cleave, chill on cleave, because we don't want Blade Masters to die before too early. This recklessness only lasts for like 20 seconds, and we want it before boss is dead. I don't think it matters much though. If we had killed this like slightly earlier, it doesn't matter, boss is dead anyway. So here, yeah, we crank it. I'm supposed to bonus roll here. There's 2 items I want from this boss. I'm also swapping talents with using the Murphin weak aura. Any weak aura pack I'm using as well is the progress pack. You can just Google progress pack weak aura and it will come up. Also made by Murphin. So here we're waiting for respecs and then we shroud. We go through. Now the only thing we're doing here is go to boss ASAP. We don't care about anything on the way. We are going to boss. With a good lineup here, you don't pull this mob. You see how I go past it, I don't pull it. But people are behind me, unlucky. Some person was too fat, but it would have happened anyway. I think it was very, very bad timing for this. We've got a hug left, and then it's just send it to boss is the planner. I'm still not in combat, so I could swap here, but I'm not swapping yet because it's for next boss. I want to swap. It's not for this one. I'm going straight for boss, but now the enhancers are in front of me like they should, but then they stop. Now I should have probably warned them about this, because when we were testing, I was the one pulling this. Usually I was first there, but now the shamans were faster, because it's just about pulling this ASAP once everyone is inside. Now that everyone is inside, now it's like, okay, we want to group everything up, we want to AoE group once these are close. I think I'm kind of slow here with it. I should have AoE grouped probably earlier. Yeah, I'm doing it when they're already inside, I think. There is a call for it or something. I swear I press it though. And here we go, the call is to crank the fucking big guy. Because the big guy stuns and shit. I don't think we skipped the stun though. Yeah, this thing. We get this, but we live it. Or it doesn't stun, but it's some dot or whatever, you know? This boss, will just be like this for most people. You have some people get transformed, it's the tanks first, and then other people get it later. This boss is probably gonna be pugs are gonna struggle with this for sure. Because there's 2 different mechanics where if you get the wrong person on them, it's Jover. You just wipe. Kinda annoying, but you know, those mechanics are kinda annoying, but they're also like a big part of WoW, I guess. What I do here is usually, I run Rolling Blood everywhere. Throughout this entire raid, I'm running Rolling Blood, not because it's the best necessarily, but the Plague Leech is whatever, and Rolling Blood is easy to think about. It's not bad anywhere in here. Like it is in MSV, it's bad on the first boss. Either way, here it's just about holding dots up and everything else, send blood boils for that, and then whenever you need to swap target, because to break out them like these shaped targets, players, you need to get them down to sub 20%, I think. This is an exclamation point timeline. And it's just showing Bigwig's timers this bar, and then I have Murphin timers here as a backup. I prefer to use this just because I like the way this is. The way it counts down, I'm used to it. I can put this shit in the middle, so I always know what mechanic is incoming. Very, very cozy. I like it a lot. But then I have other timers here as well from Murphin, which you can use the Murphin pack entirely alone without Bigwigs. But it's a good idea to have two set of timers, I think, on your screen at least. So these are just hidden on the right. I never really look at them. Here we just swap to the boss, so now people can get into this. Now this is scary, because you get put into something, you have a vehicle bar. If you fuck up as the person with the vehicle bar, you can wipe the raid. Now people that have played in ICC especially, you guys know that when you give someone a vehicle bar, like on Blood Queen, people will fuck it up always. Every time there's a vehicle bar, someone gets owned. But luckily, all the people that had it had no issues. Obviously, we were saying everyone had tested vehicle bars before this. Obviously, we bought Steam Tonks or went Uldora just to make sure you have bars. But it's always scary. Here I'm DPSing him to get him down to 20% so he can get out before he explodes the raid. Yeah, gotta wipe 25 times until everyone gets it. Yeah, but then you get the same people getting it a lot of the time, right? So it's it's very annoying. It's for sure. We probably still have people that haven't seen the mechanic. Here we're cranking the monstrosity. When the monstrosity dies, you have a big DPS check, but boss also has giga damage taken increase. What we're doing here is, me as a DK at least, I'm ready to army. Because I want to army on this cast, because right now the boss doesn't take any damage, but now he takes damage. Because his channel is over. So here we're just full sending everything, lost all of it, full cranking boss. So here more players will get these, but now they can't run out of it, so they're just spamming on boss, they can't wipe it anymore. Except that you have to press 2 on your own explosion. Xander failed it there, because he didn't have anything. And then there's gonna be some orbs that come from outside, and they will fix it on players. You need to get the orbs to go through each other. The problem with these orbs, though, is that they need to be so pixel perfect. Here, none of them are running through their own orbs, so they're fucking up. The way you're supposed to do this, and I yelled at them 20 times to do this as well, during like practice and shit, you run, because these orbs only explode if they hit the fixated target. So what you can do here is if this guy runs through the other person's orb, and this guy runs through the other person's orb, and they keep that movement, then every time the orbs will perfectly be on top of each other. Every single time. Here, he's like scared, running around it. And then this guy, and then there's some slight movement issue, and then they're not together. Now the call here, because the boss is basically dead, is just go to edge of room or whatever. Just keep kiting at the DPS boss. Right? Because obviously we don't need to meet this. You have movement abilities, you can get away from it. What you can also do with this, a tip for people doing progression, you can go with this and just soak it out there, because it has a range on it. So if you soak it out at the edge, you can be fine. You're chilling. You can just explode yourself. You have some CD you can press. You probably live it, because it doesn't even do that much damage. There's some hidden tech for you guys. Here on bonus rolling, I needed 2 items for this boss again. Nothing dropped, and I didn't win anything on bonus roll. I'm pissed. Now this pack is kind of cool. The way we pull this is these caster mobs in here don't move, and they're really hard to make them move. You can go into melee and like drag them, like, you know, hunter mobs or general range mobs like that. The problem is they swap target all the time. So you can't really drag them, focus them. It's very annoying. So what we're doing is, we are outranging them, we're pulling, and then since raid is outranged, they have to run. The hunter should feign or something, or somehow make sure they don't get cast on. I don't really know what to do. We glide her down, we meet them up. But these guys aren't grouped up for some reason, which sucks. That's not supposed to happen, but it's whatever. Because the only thing that matters here is the wind blade and kicking dispatch. If you do not kick dispatch, you die instantly when the channel starts. Everyone just dies on this pull. So making sure every dispatch is kicked is like ultra important. But as long as those are kicked, it's no problem. You're chilling. You're winning. So here, obviously, big AoE, Blood Boil, Land Shark, only did 394k. Still pretty good though. I'm not cranking as hard as I should. Now here, I'm like, boys, we need to swap. Because this shit is gonna die to dots, like 90% of this. These are full HP. We need to get over here and do damage. So I'm like, boys, we need to swap. Nobody's swapping with me, because they're like, Suk AoE, let's go AoE. But I'm playing for the team. And then you guys will still tell me tomorrow, oh, he only plays for the parse. Here is proof. In a race scenario, I have everything to lose. I could almost win over the rogue, and I'm going for it, because I'm going for the speed, because that's what matters. Playing for the team. Thank you. So here this dies. Now we're here on our comms. Or, okay, so I'm gonna be honest here, right? I'm not supposed to read chat during race. Obviously, I read chat sometimes. There's a lot of dead time. So I'm reading, and it says, grats. So I'm like, oh, we for sure did something good. And then people are like, oh, if you don't die, like, if you don't troll now, you win, basically. So I hear that, and then we have someone on voice as well saying, you have good time. Which, this boss, we can do more efficiently than what we did. But we hear, you have good time. So we're playing it safe. Usually, we would 2-tank this. But instead, we go for the safer option 3-tank. Because we've heard the other lads are behind you. They're behind. Like, you are safe to play it safe. So we're taking a little breather here. We're chilling. We're like, okay, everyone ready. We're doing a full ready check to make sure everything's good. Devil is fucking so slow at clicking it. Devil delaying our world first by like 5 seconds. Then we're doing a 10-second pull timer, full chill, full cozy. We're going for the W. I'm so pissed because my trinket is off sync. I'm so sad. When did this trinket proc even? Nice. On the last 2 mobs. If people actually swapped, we would have killed that pack earlier and I wouldn't have procced that. Because I lose so much damage. The biggest reasons for why I'm running Alchemist on, maybe you guys are wondering why you're running Alchemist on instead of Darkmoon card trinket, is because the proc is better on Alchemist on. Darkmoon card is better in general. Because it has the passive strength. This doesn't have a passive strength. But when this is procced, it is stronger than Darkmoon card. This boss particularly has the first phase is set in a timer. It lasts for 2 minutes and 30 seconds exactly every time. What the idea is that I have all ICDs on pull. I usually have this during practice. And then we keep these diseases up throughout the entire phase by playing the Festerblight playstyle, people call it. It's not really a Festerblight playstyle, you just use your brain and you play around it, right? On pull, we have Lust, we have Unholy Frenzy, we have lots of haste, we have lots of things. I'm gonna press Festering Strike a lot there because I have the globals to do it. I need to fill my global somehow. Festering Strike takes 2 runes, easier to fill globals. Another thing with this boss, when this Shah jumps out, it starts doing random magic damage throughout the raid that like splashes a bit. So in melee, you usually get this. I press AMS here, boom, and then you're kind of hoping for like it to give runic power. It's giving me quite a bit of runic power, not as much as I would want, but some. I'm GCD kept anyway, so it's kind of whatever. Now I need to catch up on things. Obviously I'm behind here. I would have been so much further up if Alchemist didn't fuck me over, but it did fuck me over, so it is what it is. Anyway, we're keeping, this is just full this for the 2 minute 30, but it's important to do a lot of damage here because it helps you later on, right? The phase is about to go over. I try to, my dots are pretty well timed to like not last too long. They last a bit too long here, but that's fine. So now intermission spawns. I don't care about these. These reavers will never die. You see me blood boil there. That's not good. But I also want to get this. But I failed to get this so many times. I didn't expect to get it. But getting this just means I can buff the entire team over here. Because they're not going to run here and try to get the buff. So to just also explain that quickly. The person that tanks the reavers get the debuff. That buffs the players around them with a 30-second buff. So now I got this, now I can do this. Does someone know what weak card that is, which shows what spells he's pressing? It's in Merfolden General Auras. It's a GCD tracker. I don't know if it's public though. You might have to be a sub to him. But there's Trophy GCD. There's a lot of other GCD trackers that I've used before. I just used his because I assumed it would be better. Maybe even if I do this. Unlucky. Okay, well, let me go back here a bit. So this phase is giga scary. Is Landshark good on bosses? Yes, but it's so extremely minor on single target, you should never think about it, unless you are so certain about everything else you're doing on your class. But it's very simple. Each Landshark hit does 40k damage. It's uncapped on AoE, so you can use it on as many targets as you want. The only downside of Landshark is that it has a cast time and it resets your swing timer. Now, my swing timer, or no, my swing is an Unholy DK, is gonna hit less than the average Landshark. You can just use it. On any AoE, you use it, always. But obviously, you try to use it at efficient times. Here I'm trying to multi-dot, so I'm going over here. Wasting some blood boils on a few targets, but it is what it is. We're buffing the boys with the thingy. I'm Landsharking here. It was kind of annoying. I should have done it before, so it hit. Oh wait, it actually did hit all 4, so we're chilling. I'm just yapping. We would have done a lot more damage here, obviously, if we're doing the one tank strategy on these. You have to have second tank on these, but then it would be like 1 billion times scarier as well. So I'm just trying to stand in the middle. I'm trying to blood boil all. Here, I think we could have done better with them being closer. I could have played better here as well with AoE. I usually do a lot more on this phase, I feel like. But here, yeah, we're just chilling, you know? We're just vibing it out. I think I climb a lot there, though. Just spamming Blood Boil, really. CR on him as soon as he's up. Insta alive again. Yeah, we just crank. Now boss is gonna spawn. We're chilling. Damage doesn't matter here. I'm gonna hit this for festering, so I just get my deference in. And then I also have dots on it. So I can blood boil here. No, I plague strike actually. I should have blood boiled off to get some more damage. Yo, HPS, thank you for the raid, bro. Much appreciated. GG's. Well played. Just finishing my run through of the run. Lex using his Valve connections to get front page. Maybe. It feels good. It feels good that I get to be on front page, and then I also get the win, get the W. Because I wasn't there for tier 11 race. I didn't get that W. So I've been feasting. I've been waiting for a W for so long. Haven't won since Blackwing Lair progression. There are obviously bosses about to die. So this is a very simple bosses DPS. There's no, or at least as melee DPS. There's not a lot happening. Range has like some stuff with these like things they have to soak or whatever. I don't know. Melee brain goes suk. I can press AMS to get running power. I don't have any here. I'm mad for some reason. I don't know why I'm mad. Here it's just important to refresh your chance damage. D&D is so whatever on single target. I do D&D sometimes though. D&D on single target is like the biggest bait. Don't get baited to D&D single target really. Where you should D&D. Now this is full field scrap. Don't trust anything I say. I don't use sims. I just field scrapped everything and then I do better than the sims. Not entirely true, but the Unholy DK sim is just fully cooked. I am not gonna go into that. I've yapped too much about Unholy DK sim being way too overcooked and just unrealistic entirely. If they stand still in it, after every single tick, it's slightly more damage than Scourge Strike. That's how it is. But it also dynamically snapshots. So here, I'm holding D&D on purpose, I hope. Because now it can proc with all of these. So you're going to see me D&D here after I get this buff, hopefully. Hopefully I realize it. Usually I would realize it. Here I'm too focused on cranking, I guess. Surely I Soul Reaper. I'm not pressing D&D, what am I doing? Hello, Soul Reaper! Jesus, I'm bad. But I'm just sucking boss, I guess. Getting rest on stat. This rest was so slow. But I still did that. There with D&D after all boss are up. So I just played it completely bad there. But the idea is where you want to time your D&Ds is just before your trinkets are about to proc. Because that's when you do big dam. That's when the big damage happens. And then we kill the boss, we get round first, we're all happy.